Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for joining me for another video. So this past weekend, Turning Red wasn't the only movie to hit a new streaming service because Netflix also released their new sci-fi film, The Adam Project. So let's discuss it. Alright, so The Adam Project reunites the Free Guy duo, director Sean Levy with star Ryan Reynolds. Alright, so with The Adam Project, you got Ryan Reynolds. He's from the future. He's on his way back to the past on a secret mission, but he accidentally crash lands during the time period where he was 12 years old. And it just so happens that in order to save the future, he must team up with his 12-year-old self, played by Walker Scobell. And right off the bat, let's talk about Walker Scobell. This is a star in the making. He hasn't been in very much stuff. I think this might be his first big feature film that he's in, and he is fantastic. The thing that Walker Scobell exceeds at is he has to play a younger Ryan Reynolds. And with the writing, along with how this kid delivers the dialogue, from the second he speaks in this film, you believe that he is the younger version of Ryan Reynolds. He just captures that sarcastic snark that Ryan Reynolds has, along with the charisma that Ryan Reynolds brings to the screen. And when you get Walker Scobell and Ryan Reynolds together in this film, it's almost lightning in a bottle type of chemistry. And of course, Ryan Reynolds is great in the movie as well. He brings everything that you're looking for from a Ryan Reynolds comedic performance. He brings some heart, he brings the humor, he brings the wit. And of course, he does great with the action choreography. And the action in this movie was actually really good for a Netflix film. I wasn't expecting the action to be shot this well. It's all in camera. You can see everything that's going on. They move the camera around the people. They do some really dynamic stuff with the camera work that they didn't need to do, but I really appreciate that they did. Rounding out the rest of the cast, you got Jennifer Garner in here playing Ryan Reynolds' mother. You also got Mark Ruffalo in there playing the father. So there's a little bit of a 13 going on 30 reunion happening here, but don't get too excited because they really only have like one scene together. Most of the father stuff takes place in the past, which I'm not going to talk about why because non-spoiler. But I thought Jennifer Garner was great in this movie as the mother. There's a scene between her and Ryan Reynolds in a bar. Older Ryan Reynolds who's back from the future. And it's one of the most emotional scenes in this movie. There's actually a lot of emotional scenes in this movie, but the one that was in the bar with Jennifer Garner and Ryan Reynolds, as he's retrospectively giving advice to her, I thought it was great. You also have Zoe Saldana in this movie, and she's not in the movie that much. She's only really in it for a hot minute, but man, does she give everything she's got with what she's got to work with in that hot minute. For the short time that she's on screen, she has to establish a relationship between her and Ryan Reynolds, and their chemistry when they were together in scenes was leaping off the screen for me. And like I said, she's not in very many scenes, and her presence in this film, while small, is a very essential presence, and just through her performance alone, Zoe Saldana makes you care about her in the film with the small time that she's given. And I'll level with you, it's not like The Adam Project is a groundbreaking sci-fi film. It has a lot of stuff that you've seen in other sci-fi films, especially with this kind of time travel concept. You could argue that the story of the movie doesn't go that far beyond the initial concept, but just through the direction, the action sequences, the performances, I found myself really liking these characters, and I was pretty enthralled just going on this adventure with them. If there's one thing I could have used more from The Adam Project, it was a better villain. The villains in this movie, they're kind of the generic corporation from the future that are going after the rogue Ryan Reynolds on his mission to make a better future. And they're kind of living it good in the future, so they don't want him to succeed. It's pretty one-dimensional. It's stuff you've seen a million times over. But like I said, the heart of this movie, the characters and the performances are what really carries this movie along. I had a really good time with The Adam Project. These Netflix movies just seem to be getting better for me. Netflix used to feel like just the dumping ground for crap for me, but I'm actually starting to like a couple of the movies that they're putting out there. So the statement that I made in my Tick Tick Boom review, where Netflix is starting to feel like the direct-to-video landscape nowadays, where you just dump all the crap, I might have to retract that. Because I gotta say, I would give a solid recommend to The Adam Project. I had a good time with it. I think you could too, so check it out on Netflix now. But that's just my opinion, guys. What did you think of The Adam Project? Have you had a chance to see it yet? Comment down below. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions on this movie. As always, you guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video and checking out my channel. If you missed my review for Turning Red, which also came out this past weekend, you can click right up there for the link to that video as well. And if you're new here and you like talking all things movies, TV, and all things entertainment, why don't you go on and click that subscribe button, click that like button, click that notification bell, all that YouTube stuff. And I hope to talk to you guys again real soon.